like we said, John Daniels, Chris Young said we're going to be active in free agency. And we're going to spend dollars. So that doesn't, hopefully that means more than what we've done the past couple of years where we've signed like the Lance Lynn type of guys where it's like a 3-year deal, 10 mil a year. So that's a Lance Lynn, or no, Mike Minor deal, then a Lance Lynn, then a Kyle Gibson. So we just talked about the shortstops. Obviously, if we're looking for a big splash, it could probably come from a shortstop because that's a position that can impact the team the most. Okay, but then starting pitching, there are some guys on the Rangers that look like they could help for the future, but we still need an ace, some guy that can lead this rotation because we're young. We have Taylor Hearn, we have Dane Dunning. I don't think Glenn Otto or AJ Alexi are ready yet, but we do have Jack Leiter and Cole Winn in the farm system. I don't know if Jack Leiter will make the majors next year, but Cole Winn should be able to. And we have numerous of other guys, and then we are in the farm system, and then numerous of other guys on that bubble of are they major league caliber or not? Most notably, like a Colby Allard or like a Brock Burke, but not rambling on. Let's get into the starting pitcher market. First guy, Noah Syndergaard. I think his market and free agency is going to be interesting. Obviously, he throws gas. Obviously, he has a track record of injuries, which will be worrisome to any team. He does have pedigree with him with playoffs. He's a one-time All-Star. He's only 29 years old, but the thing is he still an ace? And is he going to command ace money? If he commands ace money, like, let's say what Trevor Bauer did last year or what Steven Strasburger did a few years ago, or no, better, Garrett Cole. If he commands what Garrett Cole did or anything a little bit below that, I don't think we should even be calling Noah Syndergaard, because it would be a waste of a contract to give money to Noah Syndergaard. Even if he's healthy for like a year, I don't want to deal with that risk of him having to worry about if he's going to be healthy for the remainder of the contract. And is he going to be the same after this injury? I'm not too sure. So with all those injury worries around Noah Syndergaard, I don't even want to be touching him if he's commanding top dollar money. But if it's something similar to what Garrett Richards did last year, maybe like a 1-year deal with like a club option, then I'd maybe consider it. But I don't want him to be the top free agency target for the Texas Rangers as far as starting pitching goes. Another guy to look at is Marcus Strowman. He's 30 years old. He's also from the Mets. He had a solid season, 3.6 WAR, 3.02 ERA with a 1.14 WHIP and 158 strikeouts through 179 innings. But then again, Strowman, I don't view him as an ace. Maybe a second or third guy in the rotation, and I don't think that would get the job done for the Rangers. I mean, he's been an All-Star before, a Gold Glover, but if he's demanding top dollar money for a long-term deal, I don't know. We really should look towards Strowman. And would he even sell? I don't know if he'd even sell jerseys either. Like, I know we want to win, but the owners are definitely going to be looking at what can these guys do for me on the business side of things. And he is 5'7", 180 pounds. It hasn't really held him back in the past, but durability could be an issue with Marcus Strowman. This guy is definitely a good player to target for the Texas Rangers, and that's Kevin Gausman for the San Francisco Giants. He's a one-time All-Star. He's currently in the playoffs right now, going against the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's only 30 years old. He had a 5.3 WAR this year with a 2.81 ERA. Struck out 227 through 192 innings pitched. He had a 1.04 whip, so he was only landing about one guy on for every inning he pitched. And I think that Kevin Gausman could be, out of all the guys that I potentially view as aces, I think he could potentially be an ace for the Rangers. That would actually make sense. He's only 30. The next guys on this list are definitely older than that. And say you give him a 5-year deal, or a 4-year deal, he'll only be 34 at the end. And obviously, we've seen guys like Mike Minor, Lance Lynn, Kyle Gibson. They still had success later in their career, and hopefully that could translate with Kevin Gausman, and hopefully the Rangers can attract a guy like Kevin Gausman. Another guy, definitely a high caliber pitcher, Max Scherzer. I don't really need to go over him. A lot of pedigree, a lot of All-Stars, 3 Cy Youngs. The thing, I'm not even going to go over his stats. We all know he pitched well this year. The thing about him, he's 37 years old. Would the Rangers be willing to? How much will the Rangers be willing to give him in terms of length in the years and the dollar amount? Okay, and how much does Max Scherzer want? Because this might be his last time to dip in the free agency market. Does Scherzer want a 3-year deal? And would the Rangers be willing to give him a 3-year deal? Or would the Rangers only want a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal with Scherzer? And the thing is, Scherzer is the oldest pitcher on this list. Does he want to go to a team in Texas where there's not really a chance of winning till 2023? And if he's only on a 1-year deal, then we're most likely not going to be winning while he's on the team. So Max Scherzer would definitely be interesting for the Texas Rangers, but I just don't think it's realistic that Scherzer and the Rangers would actually get a deal done. The last guy on this list, there's maybe a chance, okay? It's Clayton Kershaw. We all know what he's done with the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. MVP, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 8-time All-Star, 5-time ERA title, and obviously he won the World Series last year. He'd bring a great veteran presence, and a lot of postseason experience. And the thing what makes Clayton Kershaw a possible chance for the Texas Rangers is Clayton Kershaw is from the Dallas, Texas area. So Kershaw could command a 4-year contract, and he could be like, okay, I know you guys aren't good right now, but maybe in the back end of my contract, maybe we can compete for a title, and I can do it in my hometown. I mean, that scenario sounds good for the Rangers, good for us fans, but then in reality, Kershaw will probably just go for the best situation for him, okay? He can always go back and live in Texas whenever he wants, okay? And honestly, why would he even want to leave the Dodgers? I mean, yes, it might be cool to come back and play for Texas, but with the Dodgers, you're getting a chance to win every single year. And also Kershaw's stuff, his performance has dipped in the past few years. He still has played great, but obviously this year, injuries have hampered him, and I think his stuff has gone downhill a little bit. Still a great pitcher, but given that, would you be willing to give him a 4-year deal, a 3-year deal? I think a lot of it with these pitchers, they're all kind of old in age. So it's like, how much would you be willing to give them, both in years and dollars amount, and how much do they want, and how much are you guys willing to compromise? I don't think Max Scherzer would actually make sense. Marcus Strowman and Noah Syndergaard would make sense on a short-term deal. But for long-term deals, Kevin Gausman and Clayton Kershaw could potentially make sense for the Texas Rangers, but with the most likely chance that the Rangers get a actual ace from this market, I think it could possibly be Kevin Gausman.